God damn it, why I keep clicking on it? God damn it. Oh shit. I'm fucked up. Yeah, wrong up.
Jody said. About start in 5 minutes. Jody said. Team Drake of Team Kendrick.
Another one.
Give me a hell yeah! What? What?
About to start in a minute, Chuck. Let me get ready. See, we're mine, right? Let's see everything. Alright. Alright, see Twitch. Boom. What they eating at? What's up, Queen? How you doing? Shout out to Queen coming to check.
We were torn apart at birth. That's dramatic.
Gonna fuck me up. Alright, we straight on Twitch. Okay, but we straight on Twitch. Wait till everybody come in, then boom, we'll get started, y'all. What team y'all with? Y'all team Drake or y'all team Kendrick? Let me know. Let me know. First time reacting to the beef. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot to put my damn camera on tripping. think we're gonna get started right now, though. I'm gonna get that shit right here, bro. I'm trying to make sure you know all in that fucking way. Oh, chat. Fuck, I can't grab this shit. I cannot grab this shit for nothing. Thank you. I think that's gonna be blocking. Might put it down here. Boom. Good, we good. This motherfucker ain't been in this motherfucker yet.
Dear baby girl.
Alright. You're starting about 3 minutes. 3 minutes, we're gonna start.
Jody said, start in 3 minutes.
Y'all new to the channel, please like and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate it. Oh, I'm getting good with them thumbnails though, I ain't gonna lie. Fuck, we gonna go ahead and get started. Fuck that shit. I'm waiting on everybody again. Hey. Alright, chat. Back, baby. Back with another banger. First time.
Oh my God!
First time adding Kendrick Lamar and Drake. If y'all been in my previous lives, y'all know I don't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I feel about Drake. Yeah, Kim. Y'all know how I feel about Drake. Cause you know I'm an X fan, so y'all already know how I feel. But then my first time reacting to the beef, I never, when they started beefing shit, I didn't really pay attention to it. So somebody in my last live said, do Drake and Kendrick. So I said, shit, let me do it then. But go there to be forward. I'm gonna get started. See what we got going.
The big three. It's just big me.
I ain't gonna lie, he killed his ass in that damn song, I ain't gonna lie. And then this song, Lord have mercy. Let me turn this up. Yeah.
Pipe down, you ain't in no big three. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world.
I'm not gonna lie, this was some good exercise. Like,
Some good exercise.
Kendrick versus Drake.
Shout out to Hip Hop Universe for always getting us dope information, man. I bet y'all check out Hip Hop Universe. That's why I get my little, you know what I'm saying? I can react, you know what I'm saying? Dope stream, dope YouTuber, bro.
After about a handful diss tracks from both sides and over a month of silence, which allowed us to digest everything.
Chat, let me know what they beefing about. You know what I'm saying? Over a girl, ain't it? Hip Hop over a girl, ain't it? 19 is over a girl, ain't it? It's over a goddamn woman, I bet it is.
That's been said, I decided to share my thoughts on this whole beef. First things first, regardless of what people may say about this back and forth being terrible for battle rap, due to it becoming more of a dirt-digging contest where both sides are throwing accusations at each other without valid proof, rather than trying to stick to facts while showing receipts, and trying to out-rap each other, make the better diss records with better punchlines, smarter rebuttals, and overall the more catchy and better sounding music.
Hip Hop, you using all these big ass words now. Come on now, Twin. I don't know what that shit mean. Come on now, dumb it down for the rest of us and chat. You using big words and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
Oh my God!
I don't know what the fuck he said.
I think this beef is a breath of fresh air for hip-hop, and I really enjoyed it. Rap is finally becoming interesting again. So, who do I think won the battle?
Who won? Who you think won?
Kendrick is the clear victor. I mean, you can just go check the like to dislike ratio on Drake's new diss records.
Hold on. I mean, goddamn. 1.7 million. Lord have mercy. Goddamn. Drake, you got sing love by. You got sing love by Drake. You got sing love by. You got bounce back. But what's up, brother? How you doing, JJ?
At J.JG8U.
Shout out my boy JJ, bro.
Said.
Give me a hell yeah.
Loudly crying face.
What?
Especially on the last one, the Hard Part 6, which was supposed to wrap things up and show the world that everything Kendrick said was fabricated and fed to him as
At
misinformation by Drake's team. So
Said.
that Drake...
Oh, shit, I forgot to turn that
Kendrick, no doubt.
on. Y'all with Kendrick? Everybody with Kendrick? Y'all with Drake or Kendrick? Let me know. I'm telling y'all. Some people don't like me. I love to leave my shit on though, but people don't like that shit when I have my chat be talking and shit. Alright, but my boy JJ said he going with Kendrick. I want to say Drake really said, if I'm lying, then why ain't my pants on fire? What the fuck?
Can trap him and take the wind out of Kendrick's sails by directly disproving Kendrick's strongest arguments, even though Drake never provided any evidence that they were indeed feeding him misinformation. It was just words and empty claims on both sides, and Drake did a terrible job trying to make us believe his version of the story, as he contradicted himself on the Hard Part 6, when he said, the ones that you're getting your information from, they're all clowns, shortly before saying, we plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. So which one is it? Did Kendrick get his information from clowns or from your people? Are you calling yourself and your team clowns? What are you trying to say? You lost me there. I mean, to be fair, Kendrick had his own share of contradictions that really ruined all his arguments. Like for example, him saying that Drake shouldn't use the N-word since he's mixed. But his fiancée does the exact same thing. And she's mixed too. Or worse than that, on 666.
How long have you missed? You can't say the N-word? I ain't never heard that before. They new to me. I mean, you got black in you though. You can say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Seen in LA, he said, have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? And then later on the song Not Like Us, he called OVO certified pedos, with that insane cover featuring Drake's mansion with several red markers across the mansion, marking the...
Yeah, he definitely got a damn Diddy house, I ain't gonna lie. Drake, you know what I'm saying? He got a little Diddy house. You said Drake stole the song for Yo, that's why I don't like him, bro. That's why I don't like Drake. That whole beef and shit.
Homes of registered sex offenders, implying that OVO was filled with predators. You went at Drake for running a sex trafficking ring, calling them pedos, but 2 songs prior, you were saying that OVO is working for you. So you shot yourself in the foot with that one. You dissed and exposed yourself, because you basically implied that you are running that sex trafficking ring yourself, with the quote-unquote pedos from OVO working for you. Most people haven't even noticed that contradiction. And the worst part is that that was the hardest jab Kendrick gave to Drake. But he dissed himself with that. If Drake had done this mistake, Kendrick fans would have flamed him for that. But then again, you cannot win a battle with you kissing a 17-year-old on camera.
I know you fucking lying. Oh my god, hell nah, twin. She 17?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, she exposed.
No, man.
Exposed.
Fuck, man. Get your ass
That
on,
boy did it. That boy did it. Boy, I knew something was all about you. See, you too, first of all, you too light skinned. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hold on, we ain't gonna wind back like we just didn't hear that shit. Nigga, you kiss a 17-year-old on the stage? How you kiss her? We gotta see how you kiss her.
For that. But then again, you cannot win a battle with you kissing a 17-year-old
And on the lips. Oh my, this nigga a pedophile.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
He one of them, chat. He one of them.
On camera.
Y'all make some noise for Tia from Denver, y'all. You look very nice tonight, by the way. I told you I like your hair, right? What is
Oh, hell no.
Smells fresh.
How old he was in this? Oh, he all on her too.
Y'all gonna have me get carried away again. I get in trouble for shit like this. How old are you?
She's 7. Yeah, it's over with. Yeah, take him to jail.
Why you look like that? You thick. Look at all this.
She thick.
I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breast feel against my chest.
I'm fucking through this nigga. This nigga. He weird ass motherfuckers in the industry, bro. Yeah, as soon as you said 17, hey, get her off the stage. Get her off the stage. I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you expressing everything. You know what I'm saying? Chest to chest, all type of shit. It wasn't. He was 24. She's 17, bro. Ain't no way, bro. You too old for that.
I just want to thank you.
Hey, why you keep kissing her? I'm done with this motherfucker. I'm through, chat. I'm through him, bro. Kendrick, you wanted that bit out. Yeah, you right to say that song. Certified P-Word. That's what he is. That's why he said that. He seen that shit, yeah. Okay, we found out why he said that, Jay. Okay, bet.
That's an automatic L. Once you point that out lyrically, it's over.
Shit,
you can't come back from that. And that's what Kendrick did as his final blow. Or Not Like Us, he's calling him a pedo. And it gets played everywhere around the world. I've seen people playing it at their weddings, at graduation ceremonies, at amusement parks. They play it everywhere and dance to it. The 17-year-old denied that it went further than just kissing on stage. She's 31 years old now and doesn't think that Drake did something.
What she say? Oh, she 31 now? How old Drake is? She 31. She was 17. Oh, Drake back. Regardless of the video that's going down, I was 17 back then and I'm 31 now. This was a concert that my dad took me to back. Would your dad let you get kissed and all? What? Oh, hell no.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I thought we gonna get in some real rap. We already got a break stuff down. Look at it. Your dad took you to the concert? Took me back in high school. Drake actually picked me up from the crowd of people, not Drake himself. Won't always bring up fans on stage. It was part of their show. It was nothing then and still nothing now. Now that I have cleared up these false narratives, I'm going back to study for my law school. Wish me luck. Wish you luck, baby. Wish you luck on it. You know what I'm saying? Wish you luck on it. You know what I'm saying? Your dad took it. Hold on, let me read it. Let me make sure I ain't read that. I was 17 then, and I'm 31 now. It was a concert my dad took me. Lord have mercy. Your daddy took you, and then your daddy had to watch Drake to kiss all on you. You know you underage. Oh my God.
Something wrong back in 2010 when he kissed her. Yeah, people also brought up the age of consent thing, saying that the age of consent in Canada is 16. But it's awkward and weird regardless. Drake was around 24 years old. The video footage of Drake kissing a 17-year-old has been on the web for years. And people knew about it. All you needed to do was to point it out. And you automatically win the battle. So Kendrick didn't even have to do much. His hardest lines were stolen from other people. Like the things he copy-pasted from Twitter. Certified lover boy, more like certified pedophile.
Certified lover boy, certified. So I have for that.
Drake's favorite chord must be A minor.
Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Then the part where he made the crowd say OV ho.
Say OV ho.
And then also the term 69 God.
Yeah, 69 God.
This is all on one song. Not Like Us. I could understand if it just had happened once. Then you could just say it's a silly coincidence. But 4 times in a row on the same song, not even on the other 3 songs he dropped. Only on this one song.
I only heard this.
As if
song.
he and his
dropped
team
3
went
of
on Twitter to get some ammo for song number 4, after running out of things to say. These tweets are all from years ago, and people found them minutes after Kendrick dropped the song.
But they motherfuckers, they better than the damn FBI at this point. But yeah, the internet is undefeated.
So I don't doubt that Kendrick knew about the existence of those
it's 2021. Damn, they
tweets,
quick as hell.
and even if he didn't steal them, let's say it's just a coincidence. 4 times in a row.
I believe it though.
Your hardest lines and biggest quotables are something that non-rappers can come up with. The best thing you bring to the table.
Something happened to him.
The main lines Kendrick fans quote and copy-paste in all comment sections. Your peak and the most memorable thing you said after 4 songs is something that random nobodies have tweeted out years ago as if it's nothing. A silly joke that they just put out there. And now you're getting the credit for everything. One of the guys he copied from actually responded saying that he needs his royalties. Tried to reach out to Kendrick to get his credit. What I also didn't like about Kendrick's approach is that he also used the same angles and lines that Pusha T used. Not just the whole thing about Drake feeling insecure about not being black enough, and the whole thing about Drake being a deadbeat dad, for which Pusha T at least provided evidence for, while Kendrick only resorted to empty claims that he never proved. The part about the 11-year-old daughter for, while
the lines about Drake not being a part of his son life were hitting back in 2018 when Pusha T said it, but now they are outdated as they have a great relationship for the past 6 years.
Kendrick only resorted to empty claims that he never proved. The part about the 11-year-old daughter that Drake is allegedly hiding. But he also copy-pasted some of Pusha T's lines from previous diss tracks and used them on Euphoria.
How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? Confused, always felt you weren't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough. You assigned to it, look at that sign to it, look at that said he was signed to that. You signed to one, again the sign to another, again the sign to 3, again now that's bad luck.
So Kendrick got some of his ammo from Twitter and Pusha T. But he's been mocking Drake for using writers and helpers for about a decade now. It's just ironic that he's doing the exact same thing now and using other people's lines. People say Not Like Us is the best song Kendrick dropped. And I agree. It is indeed the catchiest, the most bumpable out of all the disses Kendrick released. And people don't understand the importance of replay value when it comes to diss tracks. The best diss tracks in history have insane replay value.
I know you
Hit 'em up, Ether, Takeover, No Vaseline.
Hold on. You don't walk past like you just didn't say that. Hold on now. Might go fact check. Hold on. Drake. Why the hell we on? Nobody don't use this. We gotta go to Google. Let's go to Google, yeah. I know my boy JJ come with the facts. You know, I gotta go check it out. I don't even know what his baby mama look like. I hope it don't pop it on the damn porn for her. Then she French. Good Lord. Hold on, we gotta see her prime now. Hold on now, damn. We got Judgment. Okay. She looking, you know what I'm saying? You might got a W. Kendrick baby mama or his baby mama? Which one a little better? Hold on, we gotta go to Kendrick, baby. We gotta pull up Kendrick baby mama. Hold on. We going baby mama, goddamn, baby. I be a little messy sometimes. You got a picture of baby mama? Okay, boom. Oh, they both got some good looking women though, I ain't gonna lie. How long we gotta get a good picture? Oh Lord, what the fuck? gonna deny that. We gonna deny that picture. Okay. I don't know. Drake might got him on that. Yeah, Drake might got him. Yeah, Drake got him. Kendrick won the goddamn rap, but baby mama why? He might got your ass. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Hold on. I can't get a damn decent picture. Where the fuck Lotto and 21-7 come from? Alright, get back to the video. Get back to the video, y'all. Quentin Miller and The Weeknd wrote Drake music. That's crazy.
Real Compton CDGs. Just
what about that dude that said, what's that song called? Damn, what's that little boy? He wrote that song. That was going crazy a few years ago. I can't remember. He light skinned. He heavy set. I can't remember his name. I can't remember that damn song.
A few. Those are tracks that come to mind immediately when you think of one of those artists. Like Eazy-E. Let Me Bump a classic Eazy-E song. One of his best tracks. What do? You play Real Compton CDGs. You want to bump some classic Pac with your homies. You put on Hit 'Em Up. You don't have to be in battle rap or diss.
No, you gotta put Hit 'Em Up. You put out Pac got so much music. You can put more than Hit 'Em Up, boy. What you mean? But Hit 'Em Up, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Get me right.
Track mode to listen to those songs. They're classics, sonically pleasing and timeless. That should always be the main priority when making diss tracks. We don't just want to hear what you have to say. There's more to a diss track than that. You can always be a nerd and say this song is more lyrical than Tupac's Hit 'Em Up. But that doesn't mean that it's a better diss record than Hit 'Em Up. Those records I mentioned, they're timeless. I've been bumping them for like 2 decades now, and I never got tired of them. Because back then the objective was to make a hit. That was the main goal. But that kinda got lost. Rappers these days are trying to damage the—
What the fuck? He lost me with that shit. Like, bro, what you up? You Black Jesus? You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it, but you with them boys. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you with them boys and you doing all this now, come on now. I can't rock with it, twin. You know what I'm saying?
Opponents lyrically without caring too much about the song quality in the end. 3 of the songs Kendrick dropped aren't hits. Euphoria, 616 in LA, and Meet the Gramps. Not Like Us, that's the hit. But he had already fired all his ammo at this point, so that he had to resort to taking ideas from Twitter. That's a terrible look. You dropped 1 hit, and the best lines on there come from other people. The remaining 3 songs you dropped have no replay value. They did what they were supposed to do, don't get me wrong. Drake lost the beef 100%, but I'm fully convinced that Drake's diss songs will age better 10 to 20 years from now. Just like people started saying Takeover was a better song than Ether 20 plus years later.
Who the fuck saying that? Who the fuck said that? Ether's way better. Ether's a classic. You know what I'm saying? Even though I just heard it this year, but it's classic. Hope would never.
Later, because they sonically prefer the Takeover, even if Nas lyrically destroyed Jay-Z. But we are talking about 2 10 out of 10 songs here. Not Like Us is nowhere near 10 out of 10. And the ones he dropped before that were worse in terms of song quality. Drake actually did a great job turning his disses into hits. I'm not even that much of a Drake fan, but Push-Ups and Family Matters, in my opinion, were the songs with the highest amount of replay value out of all the disses they dropped. And for many people, Not Like Us is up there too. Not for me, but the majority. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I bumped Drake's diss songs more than Kendrick's. Alright, the AI song with Pac and Snoop was ass. We don't even need to talk about it. The Hot Part 6 was dope sonically, but we all knew that it was—
I know you fucking lying. Hell nah. Hip-hop. We ain't gonna walk past that like you just didn't say that to me. Hold on. They got... Damn, you got me researching like a motherfucker. You know I be wanting to know. He said AI. I don't see that shit. He lying. He says an AI one. He must be talking about this one. Snoop Dogg, Tupac once said, official video, West Coast tribute. I'm trying to see that shit. I might look at it. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I like a motherfucker. Tupac family sued Drake. What they talking about? Why they suing? Let me know, twin.
It was over for him. Nobody believed any of the things he had to say. I mean, you can...
God damn, you got me researching like a motherfucker. I can't even enjoy the damn video. I appreciate you though, twin, you know. I know I love Tupac. Shit. Oh, here, State. Tupac is State threatened to sue Drake in April 2024 over his tailor-made freestyle track, which used AI-generated vocals to mimic the late rapper. Oh, yeah, fat. Sis and deceased. Fun thing, Tupac family ain't got the control over his goddamn music. It goddamn his state got this shit. Them all white people too. That's so sad. That's so sad. I gotta find. I wish I could listen to it.
See it by the dislikes.
On YouTube, bro.
Push-ups and Family Matters, though. I bump those tracks every day, and I have to give him his flowers for that. You know, I like Kendrick way more than Drake. I've been a Drake hater ever since he came out, but he did a great job. He dropped the most enjoyable songs in this beef. For me personally,
like all these rappers when they start beefing with each other these days, when they start really just like rap beefing, we gotta put Pac in this shit. Like NBA YoungBoy, L.E.A. Chopper, he tried to be like Tupac in that last video he made. Like everybody want to use Pac for this song, so y'all can goddamn try to win the beef. Like come on now.
It's either those two songs and Snoop was ass. We don't even need to talk about it. The Hot Part 6 was dope sonically, but we all knew that it was over for him. Nobody believed any of the things he had to say. I mean, you can see it by the dislikes. Push-ups and Family Matters, though? I bump those tracks every day, and I have to give him his flowers for that. You know, I like Kendrick way more than Drake. I've been a Drake hater ever since he came out, but he did a great job. He dropped the most enjoyable songs in this beef. For me personally, it's either those two songs or Kendrick Lamar's verse on Like That, the one with Future. I really like that verse, probably the best verse in the entire beef. Not Like Us is catchy, but just like on Mr. Morale, he does those awkward voices and he sounds goofy at times. I don't like the way he's rapping. His delivery is off too. I wonder why he can't just rap normally. I can't believe that I'm saying this, but Drake's rapping style in 2024 is superior to Kendrick's in my opinion. Just the way they rap and sound vocally. I'm not saying that Drake is a better rapper than Kendrick. He's definitely not. Me liking Push-Ups and Family Matters as songs more than any of the disses Kendrick dropped doesn't mean that I like Drake more than Kendrick.
These songs he talking about, they good because I don't listen to Drake, period. And I never listen to Kendrick except for that little diss song he made against Drake. That's the only one I probably like. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. All the Kendrick fans and all the Drake fans, let me know.
You don't really see too much Drake praise on this channel. Kendrick, on the other hand, is my favorite rapper from the 2010s. And like I said, Kendrick did most of the damage. And that has nothing to do with how much I like the song sonically. Even if you're one of those few guys like me who don't just shit on Drake's songs just because he lost, and actually prefer them over Kendrick's songs, you cannot say that Drake did much damage to him with the way the internet is going off on him. I mean, Drake is one of the biggest artists on the planet. He has way more fans than Kendrick. Yet Kendrick has more supporters in this battle, and people who feel like he won the back and forth. And in a rap battle, it's always about what the majority of the crowd feels. If the majority like he won the back and forth. And in a rap battle, it's always about what the majority of the crowd feels. If the majority of the crowd disagrees with you on who you think won the battle, then there's nothing you can do or say to change the outcome. You are seen as the odd guy and the outsider. It's like when they did the polls on Hot 97 back when Jay-Z dropped Super Ugly in response to Ether, and the majority voted for Ether. So Jay walked away as the loser of the battle and couldn't argue his way out. I mean, sure, people started to say that Takeover is sonically superior to Ether, but Nas did more damage, and that's what the crowd cares about the most. And this battle right here is kinda similar. Y'all saw the polls I made on my channel. Kendrick got over 85% of votes on all the polls I did. So there's nothing you can say about it. The crowd has made their decision. And I absolutely agree that Kendrick did more damage than Drake. I don't even know if Drake can come back from that. But I wonder how people will feel about this beef a couple years from now. Cause just like with the Jay and Nas battle, the next generations, decades later, started to argue that the loser, meaning Jay, had the more sonically superior songs.
Who the fuck saying
and
that?
they
Nobody say, hold on, hip-hop, hold on. Hell nah, stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
Ain't nobody listen to no goddamn Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? New generation, I ain't the new generation, I'm a 90 generation, but we don't give a damn about Jay-Z. We know Nas won it. You know what I'm saying? I think new generation like Nas better than Jay-Z. They know Nas more than they know Jay-Z.
Later used that angle to say that Jay actually won, just because the song quote-unquote sounds better. And I wonder if the same thing might happen with Drake. Cause like I said, I personally think that Push-Ups and Family Matters sound better and have more replay value. And this is again coming from someone who rarely gives Drake any props. But I don't feel like bumping most of the tracks Kendrick dropped, like Euphoria, 616 in LA, Meet the Grams. They're just not enjoyable as songs, and they lack replay value. I saw people on the internet putting those tracks above Hit 'Em Up and No Vaseline. I mean, come on now. And a lot of Kendrick fans seem to agree. But again, if your diss song ain't bumpable and lacks replay value, then it can't be ranked among the greatest diss songs of all time. And a lot of people are blinded by their recency bias. I really want to see your lists 5 years from now. I doubt that you will feel the same about those songs as you do now. I wouldn't put any of those songs in my top 20. Not Like Us does come close though, as it was a leg lock for Drake with those accusations. The beat is also dope as hell. Rapping wise, I feel like Drake had the better wordplay and out-rapped Kendrick.
I ain't gonna lie. This shit been dying down. You know what I'm saying? All Drake gotta do drop something for the summer. Everybody be back on Drake's side. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit, all you gotta do is goddamn sing some shit. Say something about some love and broken heart shit. And everybody be talking about Drake again. They just gonna and call it what it is.
Kendrick. Drake impressed me more than Kendrick did, I'll be honest. I wasn't really blown away by Kendrick's verses, aside from the one on Like That. I mean, sure, Kendrick had more dirt on him. But if we ignore all the accusations, Drake did a better job punchline-wise, in my opinion. I really like how he always flipped Kendrick's lines, like when he said, "Prince outlived Mike Jack." And then Drake responded, "What's the prince to a king? He a son." Basically sonning Kendrick, cause Drake tied Michael Jackson's record for Billboard Hot 100 #1s. So he was acting like he's the new Michael Jackson. And Kendrick then said that Prince outlived him, implying that he will outlive Drake as well. So Drake responded with, "But at the end of the day, you're the prince and I'm the king. So you're my son." Kendrick didn't really have rebuttals and punchlines like that. And Drake was also funnier and wittier. Like for example when he said, "He always said I overlooked him, I was staring straight. These bars go over Kenny head no matter what I say. I know you like to keep it short, so let me paraphrase." He finds like 100 ways to make fun of Kendrick's height. He also said,
Hey, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
Describing all the Kendrick stands I talked about in my Mr. Morale rant. An album both Drake and Cole called trash. And as you know, I didn't like it either. But he basically pointed out how Kendrick received 7.
I saw him in this crown though. Like, that shit bothered me low key though. What, he probably be playing like Jesus or something? Kendrick, what you doing with that, bro? You know what I'm saying? I don't mind you doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? You down with them boys though, you know what I'm saying? You is in the music industry though, you know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch shit like that. That's my thing here. What's up, bro? Appreciate you always coming through, bro. I appreciate you.
17 Grammys. It seems like every time he drops an album or a song, he gets nominated for a Grammy, regardless of what he puts out. His fans, mainstream critics and media treat him like a savior, as if he's the second coming of Christ. A guy that just can't do wrong. Kendrick really has the worst stance in hip-hop right now. Worse than Kanye stance, worse than Eminem stance, worse than Playboi Carti stance. Trashing everything Drake does just because he's going at Kendrick. Family Matters, for example, is one of the greatest songs of the year. But go check the like to dislike ratio. This is actually insane. And I guarantee you, those dislikes wouldn't be there if the song wasn't about Kendrick. If the song was about Cole, for example, people would have loved it. Even a dusty old head, a fossil like me, has to admit that the song is fire. I don't get how you can hate on it just because it goes against your favorite artist. Like people always complain about Pac stans. But even they don't shit on diss tracks aimed at Pac. Even the ones that came out after his death, like Long Kiss Goodnight for example, or other songs like Drop a Gem on Him. Go check, the like to dislike ratios are all normal. They just love and appreciate the music and the back and forth. You don't have to hate on everything just because people are not on the same team as your GOAT. Drake was battling like 20 people, and I love how he brought back the competitiveness in hip-hop. Just like when the entire rap game was dissing 50 Cent when he was on top. And 50 is a real MC, so of course he battled everyone. And I grew a lot of respect for Drake for doing the same. I really like what he did lyrically, and was impressed by what he brought to the table.
Monty is a man now.
What?
Cause I wanna talk to the man in the house.
What the fuck you just say? You say your auntie a man. He's a man now. Somebody stud.
Cause I wanna talk to the man in the house.
I always thought that Kendrick would absolutely destroy Drake in a battle. Drop the better diss, sonically, rapping-wise, and also regarding the punches and the damage they dealt to their opponent. But disregarding all the pedo shit and all those disgusting accusations, rapping-wise it was way closer than Kendrick fans would like to admit. And I have to give Drake props for that. He did a way better job than Cole, who actually confirmed that he's overrated. Cause people were always saying that he's a top TMC that would destroy everyone in a battle.
I ain't gonna lie, JCole, come on, I think JCole destroyed Drake and goddamn Kendrick, in my damn opinion. I don't know about y'all, I think JCole destroyed both, all two of them. If he really did go off, you know what I'm saying?
He's the most lyrical rapper of the big three, and he was outdone by a quote-unquote pop rapper. I'm really disappointed in him. Rap fans always wanted Cole to prove himself, saying that rappers need to be battle tested, to see if they're indeed real MCs like they claim. I mean, that was always an integral part of hip-hop. I've been saying this for years now. Hip-hop is a competitive sport and a battleground. They have actually put up billboards with that quote in LA and New York, and people reach out to me saying that they're quoting me, cause I've been saying this in almost every single one of my videos. And people were always telling me that I'm just stuck in the past, that hip-hop has moved on from that it doesn't have to be competitive and all that. But you saw it yourself. Even the quote-unquote fruity pop rapper Drake had to jump in the ring when people were questioning his credibility. I mean, the whole thing about Drake being shopping mall music happened just a couple of months ago. Hip-hop is not like other genres. You have to prove yourself in those type of situations. And JCole folded under the pressure. People started calling him J-Fold. How can you diss someone, tell him that there's more to come, and then apologize a day later and take the song off the internet? That was your chance to prove all the old heads wrong, cause ever since he came out, we knew that JCole wasn't up there with the other top TMCs, and he messed it up. I'm actually proud of Drake for doing his thing, even if everyone feels like he lost the battle. That all started when Kendrick dropped Euphoria. Everyone immediately said that Drake lost, even though Euphoria didn't do any damage, nor did it sound dope. It was actually mediocre at best in my opinion. People hyped it up like Kendrick dropped Ether. I was really disappointed. Push Up sonically is 1,000 times better. The song also had way too much filler in it. He also did those weird and goofy voices again. The pitch was going up and down like a roller coaster, sounding almost like a teen that's having a voice break. Drake's way of rapping was way more enjoyable and consistent.
You
sounding almost.
This is an I. I know I ain't tripping, bro. Get me religious on this motherfucker. Okay, Jesus damn. I don't know. This shit man-made though. I don't know. So you go to the Black Jesus one. I don't got this shit. Everybody in mama, everybody black in their black, everybody black in their black household had this damn picture right here. They just be real. Everybody black had this in their house. I don't know, they crown throwing me out though, low key though. I ain't gonna count. It look like a symbolism of I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I be catching shit like that, bro. Like, look. I'm trying to, look, bro. Ain't no fucking shot. I know he down them boys, too. Yeah, go ahead and call it what it is. I had to point it out real quick. Yeah, you lost about 20 points from me.
Almost like a teen that's having a voice break. Drake's way of rapping was way more enjoyable and consistent. He didn't do those annoying ups and downs, and overall he just managed to put together the better sounding songs. All 3 beats he used for Euphoria were inferior to the one Drake used for Push-Ups. His subject matter was all over the place, and in terms of punchlines, it was a major downgrade from what he did on Metro Boomin and Future's song Like That. Cause that one had really nice punchlines and was straight to the point. Euphoria was all over the place, as if Kendrick didn't know what to do. And Like That has 1,000,000 times more replay value than Euphoria. Then he dropped 616 in LA, which was mediocre as well, completely forgettable. But people said this one at least sounds better than Euphoria. And then Drake dropped Family Matters, which up until this point was the best diss. But Kendrick fans still didn't want to give Drake his flowers, saying that Euphoria and 616 in LA are superior, which is nonsense. It wasn't until he dropped Meet the Grams that the battle became close, even though it sucks as a song and has 0 replay value. But it's super disrespectful. Not necessarily the lines, but the overall concept. The way he made it personal by directly talking to the people that are close to Drake. Even though I'm still waiting for Kendrick to prove to us that Drake is indeed hiding a daughter. It's literally impossible for Drake to disprove those claims. So it would have been Kendrick's job to prove to us that she actually exists, just like Pusha T did with Adonis. And Drake shut that down, said that he doesn't have a daughter. Kendrick still doesn't care enough to show us receipts. Instead, he made another diss song jumping to a completely different topic, which is the whole pedo shit, for which there's actually proof. And that's why it was the death blow. But the part about the daughter is still unproven. I mean, Kendrick did drop a hint on Meet the Grams on who he thinks Drake's daughter is. He used the word eternity, and his fans later found her on Instagram. There's an account under the name EternityJoy13, which features pictures of a girl wearing clothes with Drake's picture.
She throwing up blood. Well, they get him at a young age. It's crazy. Oh, hell no.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I ain't gonna lie. Drake, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of look like a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
So Kendrick fans immediately came to the conclusion that that's indeed his daughter. But then when people commented under her post, her mother responded denying that Drake is the father, saying that the kid is Mexican. And that
This her mother? She got Tupac right up. That's crazy.
That people should leave her daughter alone. But Kendrick fans still think that Drake got exposed, cause he said that there's a mole in OVO, from whom he's getting his information from. To which, like explained earlier, Drake responded by saying that they fed him misinformation, basically to ruin his diss track. Which, if we're being honest now, with the Mother of Eternity confirming that he's not the father, did indeed happen. Drake took the wind out of Kendrick's sails. I mean, think about it. What is a diss track worth when the main point of it has been disproven, and the hardest punch was not only a miss, but Kendrick hit himself with it? Cause at the end of the day, he's the one looking stupid, using false accusations as the foundation of his diss track. I mean, can you still bump the song and praise it knowing that it's all fiction and lies? Even the most hardcore Kendrick fans admitted that this song has the least amount of replay value. So not only is the replay value very low, but it's somehow decreased, after the Mother of Eternity spoke up. I mean, I do think that the overall concept of it was very disrespectful, but the song aged like milk now that we know more about the accusations. Which means that if Kendrick hadn't dropped Not Like Us as a follow-up, moving on from the daughter accusations and jumping to worse ones, he might have lost the battle. Cause think about it, if Not Like Us didn't exist, Meet the Grams would have been the final song from Kendrick if the part about Tim having 10 more songs was all bluff, with people disproving Kendrick's claims in his final song while Drake.
Damn, I'm gonna find her. I'm about to see if she look like Drake.
Not Like Us didn't exist. Final song while Drake.
God damn it, he keep going. Damn, stop going fast, nigga.
Songs was all bluff, with people.
Let me go find her very quick. Say they Drake daughter, we won't see. Ooh, Lord, turn it off. Okay, that's off. Search. My name is. Yeah, Joanne. 13. Okay, that's all right. Damn, that's your mama? Lord have mercy. She meet a lot of damn celebrities though. I don't know shit about this one. I mean, she be at the Grammys and shit, man. What's she famous for? I don't know. Damn, she got 50.9. God damn. Yeah, she knows. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You with all celebrities. Yeah, you know, yeah, somebody your daddy, somebody your mom. What's that mean going on? That motherfucker got 50 point K, god damn.
Disproving Kendrick's claims in his final song, while Drake has a hit out like Family Matters, which is objectively the sonically superior track, and includes accusations of Kendrick beating his fiancée, which haven't been disproven yet, there wouldn't be enough arguments for people to say that Kendrick won the battle. He needed another accusation to win the battle. And he used something that we already have proof of, like him kissing his 17-year-old on stage. You can't argue yourself out of it. The daughter accusations you could shake off, but not the one of the 17-year-old. And Drake dug his own grave by saying that he expected Kendrick to use the Epstein angle. I don't know who in his right mind would expect something like that if he doesn't have something to hide. The Hard Part 6 really made things worse for him. Even the part about him feeding Kendrick false information, and then saying you got your information from clowns. The contradiction ruined his credibility. People don't believe anything he says now, especially with Kendrick calling him a master manipulator. Kendrick's fans now use that as an argument to counter all the claims Drake and his fans made about him. saying that you can't trust a master manipulator and a guy who constantly contradicts himself. So Kendrick managed to convince his fans that the part about the daughter is true, even though the mother denied it and the alleged father denied it as well. Who else has to deny it for Kendrick fans to accept that it's not his daughter? The answer is Kendrick. Kendrick stans will only believe Kendrick's words, but he of course won't ever admit that he made a mistake, as it would metaphorically throw the diss Meet the Grams in the trash. He has manipulated the audience to a point that he seems like the more believable person. So right now he has a clear advantage in the battle. Admitting the mistake would make him less believable. Right now people believe every word he says like he's Jesus Christ. It's actually hurting Drake even though it's all lies and misinformation. So Kendrick only threw some baseless accusations at him in hope that the audience freaks out and declares him the winner. Just like they did with Pusha T when he exposed him in 2018. But back then he at least had receipts and was speaking facts. Kendrick, where the hell are the receipts? And why did you move on so quickly from the daughter topic? Right now we can only assume that those accusations were lies or untrue, which means that you can technically throw Meet the Grams in the trash, as the main reveal of the song was nothing but misinformation and lies. Just a poor attempt to recreate Pusha T's story of Adidon, but this time with a kid that doesn't exist. A cheap attempt to win the battle. Saying, look, Drake has another child that he neglected. Ignore all the things he said about me and cancel him. And while you're at it, declare me the victor of the battle. Drake's accusation, on the other hand, was based on the fact that
don't leave the kids out of it, man. At the end of the day, leave the kids out. Kids ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. Leave the kids out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Rick and his fiancée had a
what the fuck he got going on right here? That boy fucked up back there. What the fuck? Where were your eyes at, boy? Open up, twin.
Fight, just like Kendrick admitted himself, minus the part where he put hands on her, which might have not happened, but Kendrick never denied it. Drake at least denied having a daughter. He mentioned the incident with the domestic violence in a witty and smart punchline.
When you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense 'cause she bigger than you?
I wanted Kendrick to address all the things Drake accused him of, like MCs are supposed to do when they release follow-up tracks. But it seemed like the tracks were pre-recorded, and he just dropped one after another without caring to respond to anything Drake had to say. Just ducking everything Drake threw in his direction, while trying to throw as much dirt at him as possible, until the crowd says, alright, the battle is over. Y'all can stop now. And the crowd didn't even care about Kendrick possibly having beaten up his fiancée. We just don't talk about that or press Kendrick for answers. They used the argument supporting a woman beater is better than supporting a pedo, and moved on to the next topic. If Kendrick had said the same thing about Drake, people would have
beating up your woman. Come on, we need y'all. Somebody let me know. He beat up his girlfriend. No, I don't condone that shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Them about it until they get an apology, or at least an explanation, and they would have continued to bring it up in every conversation about him. Drake actually tried to put the ball in his court, but the audience didn't care, and Kendrick didn't respond to any of the claims he made. Drake, on the other hand, denied every claim and accusation that Kendrick made about him. And we're not just talking about one accusation that Kendrick is trying to avoid.
Can't trust niggas with toothpicks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Diddy had one. He stayed with damn toothpicks in the 90s. This nigga got a toothpick, can't trust him, toothpick, man. I see a man with a toothpick, I ain't trusting your ass, nigga.
On top of the whole story of him beating up his fiancée, he also added that she cheated on him with his business partner Dave Free, while pointing out the contradiction that Kendrick gets mad at Drake for the women he dates, saying that a cheater and woman beater like him shouldn't talk about what's morally right and wrong, when he doesn't have morals himself. And he supposedly did it with a white woman. He also pointed out the fact that his fiancée is following Dave Free on social media, but not Kendrick. And then the ugly claim that one of the kids that Kendrick takes care of is actually an affair baby his fiancée had with Dave Free.
Hold on now, that motherfucker look like him now. It gotta be different right here, ain't it? She cut her hair off.
He didn't respond to anything, which is very odd. Maybe he didn't think it was necessary since the crowd doesn't believe him. I mean, me personally, I think most of the things the two said about each other were lies. I don't have to pick sides like Stans do. I just say it how it is. I would like to see some receipts. It really turned into a shit show. I don't believe that Kendrick is raising Dave Free's son. And I also don't believe that Drake has an 11-year-old daughter. I mean, even if, he doesn't have to expose all his kids to the public. They have the same right to privacy as we do. And if Drake really neglected her for 11 years, then why haven't we heard about it? All it takes is one post. Instead, the mother of the kid is on social media denying that Drake is the dad and telling the Kendrick stans to leave her kid alone. I mean, last time when Pusha T exposed Drake back in 2018 with the story of Adidon, we immediately got proof that there's indeed a son that he abandoned. And Drake never denied any of it. The mother also spoke up and wanted Drake to take care of the kid. This time the mother is denying everything and telling the people to leave her alone. And last time he got exposed, he went and took care of his son. Showed the world that he's not abandoning him. Took him on shows, performances, tried to undo all the damages Pusha T did. Why would he do the same mistake now that we know that he's fully capable of raising a kid? And again, he denied the accusations minutes after Meet the Grams came out, which by the way was a genius move by Kendrick. He dropped the song like an hour after Drake dropped Family Matters, which came with an expensive music video. They put a lot of thought into it and shot at locations that Kendrick mentioned in his diss track Euphoria. They also destroyed the van from the Good Kid Mad City cover. This was supposed to be Kendrick's burial. He teased it on the end of the song Push-Ups, a small clip showing the world that there's more to come, that Push-Ups is just an appetizer. I actually did a community post saying that Drake is winning the beef after dropping Family Matters, cause I wasn't really feeling Euphoria and 616 in LA. Family Matters is superior sonically and lyrically in my opinion. I was on the Hip Hop Universe Discord server and all the Drake fans were celebrating over there. But then Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams an hour later and shut it down. They all went silent after that.
And all my pop people, we're gonna make a Discord pop. We're gonna make a Thug Life goddamn Discord for all my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it this week.
Then it was the Kendrick fans that were celebrating. It was crazy seeing that in real time. It was an emotional roller coaster for people. The approach and idea was dope as hell. Entire verses dedicated to Drake's son, his mom, his dad, to Drake himself, and then the daughter that Drake was supposedly hiding from the world. It was disrespectful and super personal, the way he spoke to them directly. But like explained earlier, the song itself has little to no replay value, and I don't really care to go back to it. But it got the job done. When that song came out, people went from supporting Drake to...
This shit is bothering me, I ain't gonna lie. That is a fucking eye. Then what is this right here? In the middle of that shit. There can't be no damn thorn.
Oh, Kendrick's song is way more disrespectful. He didn't even give the people an hour to digest the song. And that was genius. And then later he dropped his catchiest diss, Not Like Us. Something that people dance to and play everywhere. And yes, this one has replay value. Which again is one of the most important things for diss tracks. Nobody wanted to hear anything Drake had to say after that. I mean, you have millions of people dancing to a song where Drake gets called a pedo. How do you even come back from that when there's a video of you kissing a 17-year-old? And this song isn't even that lyrical. Aside from the pedo accusations, it didn't really bring anything new to the table. But it was more than enough to end the beef. After that, Drake dropped The Hard Part 6, which is supposed to be a continuation of Kendrick's The Hard series, and also responds to all the allegations made by Kendrick. It was poorly received and people didn't believe a word he said. That's when Kendrick was declared the victor. I don't want to turn this into a 5-hour video like all the documentaries I've been dropping recently. So let's wrap this up. Kendrick won the beef, but Drake won the respect that a lot of hip-hop heads, including me, didn't want to give him. Just a few months ago, we were calling him a pop artist making shopping mall music. But it's crazy how this beef made me appreciate Drake more as an MC. I mean, I was already thinking that Drake in recent years was making better music than Kendrick, like First Person Shooter and Jimmy Cooks, for example. I prefer those songs over anything Kendrick dropped since 2018. But I never took Drake seriously as an MC ever since he came out. Was never a fan of singing Drake and auto-tune Drake. But I really started appreciating his music these past couple of years. Can't call Drake pop anymore, as he's the guy that brought back the competitiveness in hip-hop. I mean, you got the whole game going at him.
Stop the cap.
And he's taking everybody on lyrically, as if he's the Thanos of hip-hop. The same guy nobody wants to take seriously. Why does everyone want to battle him? Like Drake said, it's a 20v1. And he did a great job lyrically. Defended himself against the whole game, while taking on the best rapper of the 2010s, who needed 4 songs to take him down. And he absolutely destroyed A$AP Rocky. I don't know why no one is talking about this. I can see myself continuing to bump.
You know what I'm saying? This did the Rihanna. Hey, they did point A$AP. Sit your head down, A$AP.
Drake's diss tracks in the next couple of years, because the replay value is actually insane. Right now I bump those tracks every day when working out. And Kendrick, even if I don't like his most recent album, what he did on the song with Future was incredible to me. Again, that was the best Kendrick verse we've heard from him in years. I want to hear more songs like that. Oh, and we all know that Metro Boomin had the best diss out of all of them.
Ain't gonna lie, Metro did kill him with that shit. Alright, y'all, a little short stream tonight, man. I hope y'all enjoyed. We gonna be back on Tupac tomorrow. Tupac interviews. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Hope y'all enjoyed. This is my first time reacting to Drake and Kendrick Lamar. I thought it was gonna be more to it, but I guess it's not. I thought it was gonna be more to it though, but whatever. Then I gotta do the tragic story real